I've said this before at the beginning of a video, but today is a very exciting day because I've got 3 brand new drivers to show you guys. And if you can't already tell by the title of this video, this village idiot got the exclusive. Get in. So before we get cracking, if you're not a part of TEAMAL, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. We have a lot of fun on this channel and I would love for you guys to be a part of that. So I was going to separate these into separate videos and then I thought, do you know what? Why not just do it as an entire family? So what we've got here is a brand new range by Ping, obviously. This is the max head. Like previous models, this is the most stable. It's got the highest MOI within the entire range of G425. Then you've got the SFT, which stands for Straight Flight Technology. I am hoping I can put text there, otherwise it'll look like a Star Wars jewel. So this is a driver for you if you like to visit Brenda's barbecue. Oh, that's further right. That's Margaret's. She hasn't seen a golf ball there in a while. Then last but definitely not least, LST. Right. Go on then. I like it. So just because I can't get out on the golf course at the moment doesn't mean we can't do it virtually. So what I'm going to do throughout this review is play a few different holes with each of the drivers, just see how they perform in here on a virtual golf course. So this is a dogleg right to left, 315 yards par 4. Obviously, with this shape of a hole, SFT is going to be the best for me. With that heavyweight position in the heel, I'm going to let this hopefully release. Need to hit the fairway to pass. It's releasing okay. It's not going to hit the fairway though. Perfect shape. Oh, it's a close one. So yes, we're playing holes with all of the drivers, but I'm going to be getting numbers for just 2 of them because the SFT is not built for me. Lots of right to left, which I don't need assistance with. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get the numbers for the Max and the LST at the end to see how they compare and what sort of numbers we're generating. So somehow Ping are saying that the MOI has increased even more with the Max, and that's largely down to this 26 gram tungsten weight situated at the back. Flipping turbulators. No, no. My hate for them isn't getting any worse, but it's not getting any better. I know a lot of people that do love these. Wolverines attacked again. But that's the cool thing about golf clubs. Preferences, we all like different things to look down at. I know a lot of people love seeing these. I'm not one of them though. The head shape, however, is absolutely delightful. That sound is meaty. That was at the bottom. So this isn't the driver I'd go for. Obviously it's all about LST for me, but that is very reasonable. You're probably asking yourself, why aren't you playing this head? But I do like to see that dipping, low spinning flight. I don't want to see this. It's absolutely beautiful to hit. Is this going to break ball speed distance records? I'd say no. Is it going to break fairways hit records? Quite possibly. It's not hanging around. That's not hanging around. Just so you know. Again, that's a big miss, low heel. But you give it a bit of a, what was that? But at the end of the day, it's still in play. So the heads are multi-material construction, which consists of a cast titanium 811 body, a forged T9S Plus face. So the big talking point with these drivers is obviously the high density tungsten weights. These weights do vary depending on which model, and they are positioned in different places. So as the SFT is a draw bias model, the weight is positioned in the heel. And then you've got a 17 gram CG shifter, great, in the back of the LST. Have a guess what driver we're going to be using on this hole. Dogleg left to right. downhill, we need a low spinning, bounding ball flight. There's only one driver for that. LST. It's moving. Come on. Oh, can work it. Work there. Dogleg right to left. Par 5. I think it's time we give the max a run. So with this max head, the CG is positioned like here, low and back. But Ping are saying they've been able to do that without sacrificing ball speeds and overall performance of the driver. So this isn't really a driver hole. So what I'm going to do is choke down on the max and use it for what it's designed for, and that's a stable fairway finder. So quickly, head capacities, you've got the max and the SFT at 460, the LST is 445. G425 max comes in 9, 10.5 and 12. LST comes at 9 and 10.5, and SFT is just 10.5. Right, LST. Straight away, prefer the look of it. It's probably all in my head, usually is. There's not much in there. But a much smaller head profile behind the ball. Turbulators are still there. And there is still an adjustable tungsten weight at the back of the driver. 17 grams though in this, not 26 like in the Max. Straight down it. Slightly out the bottom, so we might get a bit of zippage. I definitely feel more comfortable with this. Straight away. Everything about it is ticks. Up to yet. 2 shots just under 3,000 RPM. So yes, it's lower spinning, or seems to be. I am striking it out the bottom, so that's going to give it naturally more backspin. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'm quite fortunate to have these drivers to test today, because I'm not swinging very well. Not striking it consistently out the middle at all. So it's nice to have something as forgiving as, you know, the Pings. That's tracking. You could be mistaken for thinking that this one's the Max with that dispersion. Just feel more comfortable. That's all it is. Can we take a second to admire how good this thing looks? I don't know what you think. Comment down below. Let me know what your opinions are on the aesthetics of this thing. Love this stealth vibe, very Batmobile-like. You've got that matte crown again. Unfortunately, the turbulators are here to stay. But in my mind, without doubt, this is the best looking Ping driver I've seen in a very, very long time. To tell you, the first driver that I purchased was a G2. Yeah, showing your age here. I speak about sound quite a lot in this. There is an internal rib structure Ping are saying inside to help acoustics. It's definitely going to be a bit of a head turner on the driving range, because it's not the quietest thing in the world. So this is a downhill par 4, 405 yards. That low spinning ball flight from the LST will hopefully get us pretty close. Not the greatest of hits with that. It's enough to carry that bunker there, I think. Oh. Now release. Not bad. It's in play, we got the point. It's all that matters. 340. Pa-ching! So last hole with the drivers. It's time for the Max. And it's got a lot of work. It's got to be straight, which is what it's all about, but we need that ball speed to try and carry the end of this bunker at 300 yards. Can it do it? Has that got enough for the flight to get over? It's very high. Gotta go, gotta go. Oh! Here's a 10.5 head. That just carries a 300 bunker. So Ping are saying that from the Max to the LST in this model, you'd be looking at probably 500 to 700 RPM difference between the two. And based on these numbers, I've got about 400 or 500 RPM difference. So it's definitely there. It's hard to gauge with just 5 shots of each, but there were varied strikes all over the face. Robot testing is obviously the future to tell you exactly which one's generating the lowest spin. So club head speed was 122 with the LST, 120 with the max. Ball speed 176, LST 175 with the max. Very interesting. Very similar carry distance of 299 yards, but because of the lower spin in the LST, that's rolled out to 318 instead of 313. Right, so before I go, we're gonna have a bit of fun in like a shot shaping challenge. I don't think I've ever done it with a driver on this channel, which is crazy. So I'm going to take the LST for a bit of a run. I'm going to use and change this high density tungsten weight. So I'm going to position it to help me with that particular shot. So if you don't know this already, we play high draw, high fade, low fade, straight and as hard as possible, followed by a stinger. Let's go. Right, so we've got the draws first. This baby's going in the heel. Not great with these things, ever. But it's not that hard. Is that drawing? Went relatively straight, that. 25 left. I'm gonna get one moving a bit more. It's not a fail, just want to see more movement. There you go. It can be done. That's not moving, is it? It's a lovely flight. There you go. Okay then, to the fade. Yeah, all right. I believe it when I see it. Moving said weight to toe. So we just need that high fade. Just. It's trying. What does it look like? Oh yeah, acceptable. That turning? Come on. Give me right. It's left. Still travelled. Got it. So moving these back to neutral for the straight and long shot and the stinger. Don't do what I'm doing. So it's got like 0 side spin. Spin, 133. Solid. It's identical. Hit slightly better though. Oh yeah, 332, that's more like it. That'll do it. So guys, thank you as always for watching. It's been fantastic to have an early access look thing with these drivers. Great. 3 completely different drivers targeting 3 completely different golfer requirements. If you have any questions on these, stick them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them all. Remember, if you're not a part of TEAMAL, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, and follow us on social media. The links are below. Thank you.